I said, well, what's this for? And they said, well, you're going to get the Academy Award. We have got to have some extra sets in here so you can thank Bob Hope when you win it, you know. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, oh, yeah, you and Grace Kelly are neck and neck. And that was a terrible thought, you know. At any rate, I said, well, you can't just bring a whole crew and lights and all that and cameras into the maternity ward of a hospital. There are other ladies here having babies, too. And they, oh, no, don't worry about it. And they pulled up the Venetian blind, and there was a big 3-story tower that they'd constructed for a few days. And there was a crew, a lot of people running around on that little munchkin-type people, hanging lights and so on. And so I thought, well, they brought all those cameras, all those television sets in my room, and they built that tower. I've got to win it. I'm sure I'm going to win it, because they wouldn't go to all that trouble, you know. So I sent my secretary out to get this bed jacket, or any bed jacket, and I put a lot of makeup on and just posed against a pillow, you know, and all the sets were on in these men, and they had a little trouble with the sound, so they brought a wire, a big electric wire, a cable, so I put it under my bottom, up through here and down my nightie, and then covered me up to here with feathers, you know. And a friend of mine came in. Oh, I had a nurse with me who didn't know show biz. And she was to operate the Venetian blind. That was the most important thing she ever did or ever will do. And she was frozen with terror because they said, if you pull that blind, one moment before he says, and who wins it, and he opens the envelope, Judy Garland, up goes the blind, I say, hi, with apologies to medic, here and I just had the baby, and it was kind of hard. But I thought, well, here, and then John Royal, a friend of mine who was about, well, you know, he's not a young man, dear, sweet man, came in, and they just put him on the floor. They just said, you'll pick up, and so lie on the floor, and they put his hat and smashed him down. And we all were prepared. By this time, I was ready to say, hi, Bob. No matter what they said, I'd say, hi. And so I was leaning against the pillow and sort of thing, and they said, they opened the envelope, that airmail envelope, whatever they get. Opened it up, and he said, Grace Kelly, and I went, what? Well, they tore down the tower, the people jumped over, they ripped out this thing under here, and the 3 television set, nobody said goodnight even, they were so mad.